everybody. Good evening, good evening, good evening. All right. Good to be here on today. Come on in, come on in. Let's get the party started. Let's get ready to have a fabulous evening for a few minutes today and receive what God has for us today. I'm telling you, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. And I hope you have had a wonderful day. I hope that you have been enjoying the blessings of God and that you are ready and settled in for a wonderful evening. Come on in and let's get ready to speak to one another. Let's share with each other. It's good to see you coming in. As you come in, go on down to the button and please share this with others. Share it with others so that everyone can profit from what's getting ready to be given to us on today. Again, I hope you've had a wonderful day. I hope you've experienced the blessings of God today and that you know that the best is yet to come. And you know that the favor of the Lord is free, the favor of the Lord is available, and the favor of God should not be misused and mishandled, that we should really appreciate the blessings of God. I am so excited. I'm ready to give you some principles tonight to live by, principles that will help develop us into being who God has called us to be. At this point in your life, you should not want to, desire to, and as a matter of fact, you refuse to settle for less than what God has planned for your life. And because we are doing what we're doing by way of time, I know people work, uh, they've had an exhausting day, and some of you, but you got on tonight, and I dare not waste your time. Uh, with you being here tonight, I dare not waste your time. I want to get straight into what it is that God would have me to give to you, but I do want to allow just about 50, 60 seconds more for you to text people that normally be here or call somebody or whatever you need to do to let them know they don't want to miss this tonight. You don't want to miss this tonight. Principles that's going to help us develop and to be better in our walk with Christ. Okay, let me give you exactly what the Lord gave me to talk about tonight. And that is tonight, I want to talk to you about tonight. It's up to you. It's up to you. At some point in life, we all must take responsibilities for our own life or responsibility for our own life. Uh, I know many things have occurred in your life, but it is still up to you and it is up to me how we're going to process it and how we're going to deal with the things that we have gone through in life. One of the easiest things to do in life is to keep reminiscing and rehearsing and re-announcing painful events. Painful events. They are there. They cannot be erased, but they don't have to continue to be rehearsed. I cannot go back and undo it, but I can decide that I'm not going to continue to talk about it because it comes with some heavy things attached to it that I don't want to keep carrying the heavy things. So I have to learn how to get to a point in my life where I don't keep rehearsing and re-announcing the painful events, because uh, the, the mistakes I've made, the painful things I've gone through, is not the sum total of who I am. The good, the bad, the ups, the downs, the ins, the out, the broke days, the money days, the days without a job, the days with a job, the lonely days, the days where I felt so accepted, the days of the mountain, the days of the valley. We know that all of these things have worked together for the good of them who love God and called according to his purpose. We know that. So therefore, just as quick as I can rehearse and announce the painful things that I've gone through, I can also talk about the things that I have gone through that brought victory. Instead of talking about my defeats all the time, then I also should sit back and tell you about the victories that I've had. There's a song that says, it's an old song that said, "Yield not to temptation, for yielding is sin." Listen at this. Each victory will help you, not each defeat. Each victory will help you some other to win. In other words, announce, talk about, brag on, boast on your victories more than you do your defeats. And guess what? It's up to you. It's up to you. Now, I want to give some practical principles tonight that's going to be uncut. They're going to hit home, and they're really going to change your life if you will apply what I'm getting ready to say. The first one is by way of question, and this is the question: where will you be in 5 years from now doing what you are doing now? Let it sink. Look at your own life. I'm not talking about what anybody doing to you and everybody treating me wrong. Everybody, no, 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 no. Tonight, I need us to take self-evaluation of our own life. And when you look at your life and how you are conducting your life, how you're handling your business, how you're handling your money, how you're handling your attitude, how you are handling your co-workers, if you stayed on the path that you are on right now, where will you be in 5 years from tonight? That's a very important question, because if you don't like what you are seeing now and you do not change it, in 5 years from tonight, guess what's going to happen? There it is. In 5 years, you will arrive there. Arrive where, Pastor? What you mean I'll arrive there? You will arrive at the place of what you are doing now, and you continue to do it for 5 years, you will arrive at that place. So if you're mismanaging money now, in 5 years from now, you will arrive on Broke Boulevard, or you will arrive on Bankruptcy Trail, or you will arrive on Chapter 7 Circle. If you continue to go off on people like you do now, in 5 years from now, you will be on all kind of medication because it will stress you out. Blood pressure level is high, threatening a stroke, because now you know that what I am doing now is not good. Now, so we can clarify, clear it up. Nobody tonight get upset. Everybody have something in their life that 5 years from now, you don't want to see that. Hallelujah. 5 years from now, you don't want to see that. You hear me? You don't want to see the money in your account in 5 years that you're seeing tonight. When you look in the mirror, you don't even want to see the weight that we see on our bodies tonight in 5 years from now. So where will you be in 5 years from tonight if you change nothing and continue to conduct your life in the way that you are conducting it now? Guess what you'll do and I'll do in 5 years? We'll arrive there. We'll arrive at that place that we continue to stay on that street. See, let me show you something. If you're on and you're in Birmingham, Alabama, if you're listening to me from somewhere else, I'll try to paint the picture. There is an interstate in Birmingham, Alabama that runs from the west, from the west going to the east, and it runs from south north, and it's two highways run together through Birmingham, Alabama, called Interstate 59 and 20. Now, when you get on 59 and 20 and get past our airport exit, 20 goes toward Atlanta, 59 goes toward Gaston. If you get on 59 going toward Gaston, but your intention is to go to Atlanta and you keep going up 59 toward Gaston, you will not hit Atlanta, Georgia on 59. You have to change the direction and get back over the 20 if you're going to hit the destination of Atlanta, Georgia. There are a lot of us who have Atlanta, Georgia mentality, but we have Gaston, Alabama traveling. You cannot think your way there. You have to pour thoughts into actions so that in 5 years from now, or so that in an hour and 45 minutes from Birmingham, I should be sitting in Atlanta, Georgia. Do you hear what I'm saying? If I don't sit in Atlanta, Georgia and stay on 59, I will wind up smack dab downtown Chattanooga, Tennessee. Do you hear what I'm saying? I didn't even go into Georgia. I went into Chattanooga, Tennessee, because I refused to change direction, and I ended up there. If you keep doing what you're doing for the next 5 years, if you're satisfied with what you see, keep on doing it. If it's some things that you know that you have to change, then I urge you tonight, change. I beg you tonight to change. And the reason I'm begging you tonight to change is because I don't want you to end up in a place where God has not destined for you. You were not ordained to be there. You were not purposed to be there. But we refuse to change. And because we refuse to change, guess what ends up happening? We end up in a place that's not good. So if I keep doing what I'm doing in 5 years, if you exercise and eat on the level that you exercising and eating, how much you weigh in 5 years? Good God. Good God. Good God Almighty. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? Just a question. Just a question. So therefore, guess what? Let me say this to you, because this second one has blessed my life. Listen at this. Listen, let me put it on the screen. You must pay the price of either regret or discipline. You and I must pay the price. What is the price? The price is going to be the price of regret, which is so heavy. It's so heavy, the price of regret, or the price of discipline, which is also so heavy. It is so heavy. But one heaviness leads to depression. It leads to just low self-esteem. It leads to a life of woulda, coulda, shoulda, or the life of discipline that's going to lead us to blessings and happy ground, that we got it together and made sure that we discipline ourselves to make sure that we accomplish some things. You don't want to sit on the side of a bed at 80 years old, full of regrets, talking about, I wish I had her. I wish I had done that. I wish I had done that. And I wish I had done that. And come down to the end of the journey and you are paying the price of regret. I don't want to end up paying the price of regret. So therefore, if I'm not going to pay the price of regret, guess what I have to do today? I have to start disciplining myself. I have to discipline myself that everything that I want that may not be good for me, I have to discipline myself to say, I can't touch that. I can't do that. I can't do that. Now, let me tell you something. You will never discipline yourself without goals. If you're not working on anything, discipline is the farthest thing from your mind. If you're not working on anything, if you don't have any goals, you don't have any ambitions, you're not trying to accomplish anything in life, you're just going through life and you're just floating through life, and whatever happened, let it be, let it be. Let it be, let it be. That's your song. Let it be, let it be, let it be. And I'm not talking to you then if you just let it be, because in the end of life, I know what you're going to end up with. You're going to end up with a basket full of regrets because you let it be. But if you discipline yourself, you can make it be. Do you hear what I'm saying? I don't want to live my life where I let it be. I want to live the life of discipline where I take control and I demand and I expect certain things out of myself. And because I'm expecting certain things out of myself, I have to discipline myself. What do your mornings look like when you wake up? Have you even disciplined yourself for prayer every day? Have you disciplined yourself for some form of exercise, whether it is in the morning or whether you, because of work, you have to do it in the evening? Have you disciplined yourself to read some scriptures? Have you disciplined yourself to listen to a sermon that may be 20, 30 minutes worth of sermon? Have you disciplined yourself to read, to read, to read? Have we disciplined ourselves, or do we do it periodically? Do we do it every now and then if we stumble up on it, if we feel like it? Let me tell you this, a disciplined life has nothing to do with your feelings. It has something to do with your decision. I decided to do that. I disciplined myself to do that. You understand what I'm saying? I shaped my mind to do that, because when I discipline myself, do you hear what I'm saying? When I discipline myself for this, guess what ends up happening? The more I discipline myself, the more it becomes a part of my life. Until now, guess what ends up happening? I crave for it. I look for it. If you exercise continually, your body will ask for it. If you don't exercise, guess what happens? Your body asks for it. Your body asks to stay in the bed. And guess what it get? The bed. Can I tell you why? You have disciplined yourself to go to sleep and stay asleep at a time when you should be woke. Do you hear what I'm saying? I'm working on something that I heard a fella say, and I've adopted it now into my own life, and I'm working on this, and he called it the 10-minute rule. The 10-minute rule. Y'all hear me? Guess what the 10-minute rule is? The 10-minute rule is when God allows my eyes to fly open, within 10 minutes, I'm out the bed, feet on the floor. You hear what I'm saying? No snooze button, no second alarm, no third alarm. And I've even discovered that if I go to bed and do what I'm supposed to do and give my body rest, I don't even need an alarm. There's an alarm in me that'll wake me up, and I can get up out of that bed. And within 10 minutes, I don't want to lay in the bed looking around with regret. What regret? Regret that I didn't go to bed earlier last night. Now I got to lay here and try to get 10 more minutes when I could have went to bed an hour and a half earlier. But I was on TikTok, Facebook, and looking at 2 or 3 more episodes of Chicago PD. Come on now. So I have to discipline myself that by 10:30, I want to go to bed, because I don't want to live with regrets. I want to discipline my life. Are y'all with me? I want to discipline my life. Now listen at this next one. Listen at this. You ready? Y'all got it? You see what I'm saying here? What am I saying? You can alter the course of your life. It's finna get quiet. Good God, but somebody getting blessed tonight. I felt the Holy Ghost on this one. Listen at this. Listen at this. Whatever you are accustomed to doing now is because you altered your life to do it. You the one that set the thing in motion. You set the course in motion. So whatever you're doing now, you set the course in motion. And if it's going to change, I am responsible for altering the course of my life. I know bad things happen to me, tragic things happen to me. It was some devastating things happen to me. And there were some points even in your life where you could have put the vehicle of life in park and just stayed right there. But guess what? You decided, I'm not going to sit here. I'm going to put this thing in drive, and I'm going forward, because I cannot sit here and change the course of my life or alter the course of my life at the same time. I have to make a decision. This is not it. This is not the final place. This is not the place. Marvin Sapp said, this is not the place where you belong. It's not the time or the place to throw in the towel. You got to move on. You got to press on. He said, sometime you win, sometime you lose. That's the game of life everyone goes through. That's a powerful statement. You change the course of your life. If you don't like what you seeing, change it. The change, the ability to change, the possibility of changing the course of your life is in your hand. You don't like the money you making on your job, change it. How am I going to change it? More education, more degrees, change your bottom figure. Change it. I don't like where I'm staying in this hood. They shoot all the time. It's crazy. It's just absolutely berserk over here. Nobody gonna have a pity party with you. Change it. You don't like where you live? Change it. How do I change it? Change your spending habits. How do I change it? Look at your credit report. Find out the negative things on your credit report. Find out how to get the things off of your credit report. Change it. Ooh, I can't stand the way that I look. I just look. Change it. Either by discipline or surgery. Change it. Don't just sit and talk about it. Change. If your hair's short, change it. Buy some. Make it long down to the back part of your knees. Change. Don't sit and complain when the power to change is in your hand. Come on, y'all. Glory to God. If you hear me tonight, 5 years from now, you're not going to even resemble the person that you are now, because you are deciding that I am going to change or alter the course of my life. No longer will I put the dysfunctions of my life and the failures of my life on you or on anybody else. I am taking responsibility, and I'm going to change the course of my life. You hear what I'm saying? So that's the thing that we must do tonight. We must change the course of our life. Y'all got that? You must pay the price. What will the price be? It would be the price of what? Regret, or it will be the price of discipline. The first question was, in case you just joined me, where will you be in 5 years from now doing what you are doing now? And guess what we came up with? In 5 years from now, you will arrive. Arrive where? Arrive at the place of what you're doing right now. All right. What is the next one? Here it is. Listen at this. If you won't do what you could and should do, you will end up with what you don't want to. Whether that's good English or not, you get me. If you don't decide to do, listen at this, what you could do and what you should do, you're going to end up with what you really don't want. I'm not telling you to do what you can't do. I'm telling you what you could do, and you know you can do it, and you know you should be doing it, but you don't do it. You're going to end up possessing what you don't want to possess. And the reason is because you would not discipline yourself enough to do what you could do and what you should do. I heard this the other day, it blessed my life. The definition of easy, somebody get this, the definition of easy is to do what you can do. If you can do it, the definition of easy is I can do it. But in order for me to do it well, I have to put forth effort. And a lot of people don't want to put forth the effort for it to pay off, even though they can do it easy. What are you talking about? There are some people who can do hair easy. It's like it ain't nothing for them to do hair. It's easy for them. But do you want me to tell you why they don't prosper in it? Because they ain't going to do it 8 hours a day. Even though it's easy, I don't want to do it 8 hours a day. And because I don't do it 8 hours a day, even though I could do it, and even though if I'm more prosper, I should do it, I don't do it. And guess why I end up in a place where I don't want to be? So I end up driving what I don't want to drive, living where I don't want to live, eating the food that I really don't like, is just what I can afford, wearing what I really don't like, and then I deal even with people that I really don't like, and I'm in an environment I really don't like. Can I tell you why you're there? It's because the things that you should do and the things that you could do, you did not do, and you ended up in a place where you don't want to be because we didn't do what we should and could do. Somebody help me tonight. Help me tonight. I feel I'm pushing somebody here tonight. Whatever, let me say this to you. You're not called to do everything, but you're called to do something. And you know that thing that you do that's easy. It's easy. I use me for an example. When it's time to preach and do what I'm doing tonight, this easy. This easy. Can I tell you the hard part of the easy is that I have to sit down and study. I have to gather material. I got to get in a quiet zone. I can't hang out with everybody and be able to do easy what I can do. I have to apply myself and discipline myself. Even though it is easy, I don't take it for granted. I have to apply myself. Are y'all with me tonight? I got a couple of more, just a couple of more. I told you when you're staying on here all night, just a couple of more. But if you want do what you could and should do, you're going to end up in a place where you don't want to be. I would even say you're going to end up in relationships and with people that you yourself know, I have no business here. But you didn't do what you should and what you could do, and we ended up with what we ended up with. All right? Please, y'all, if you miss everything else I said tonight, get this. Work harder on yourself than you do on your job. You're about to lose your job. I don't know where they come from. I'm sorry. Because you are detaining. Okay, listen, work harder for y'all silly. Work harder on yourself than you do your job. Can I tell you why you making the money you making tonight? Can I tell you why? Can I tell you why you making the money you making? It's because you work harder on your job than you have been working on yourself. That's why the money you make is the money you make, because you work harder on the job than you have been doing to develop a better you. Because if you ever develop a better you more than you are developing work at your job, they will have to put you in another position and you will make double the money that you're making. You're making the money that you make because you have worked harder on that job than you did trying to work harder on yourself. And you put more value on the job than you put value on yourself. And you're making them a lot of money, and it's been 5 years since you made more money. And if you had worked harder on yourself during those 5 years, by now you will have another degree. And another degree demand more money, whether on that job with that company or with somebody else. My God, look like I'm teaching here tonight. Work on yourself. Value yourself. Above that job, value yourself. Because companies are looking for people with great value. And if that is you, then what you have to do is discipline yourself that I'm not going to stay right here. You can complain. They hadn't gave us a raise in 4 or 5 years. In 4 years, I hadn't received a raise in 4 years. Is that the company fault or is it yours? They paid you based on the job you were doing. Do you hear what I'm saying? And when you value yourself and work on yourself, guess what ends up happening? Somebody's going to have to pay you more. If it's not IBM, it'll be AT&T. Somebody. It's going to have to give you more because you worked hard on yourself. All right. I got one last statement and I'll let you go tonight. Okay. One last statement. What can I find? Here it is. One last statement. All right. Y'all ready for this? Things of higher quality are on the top shelf. I'm going to let that marinate. Things of higher quality are on the top shelf. Put yourself in a top shelf position. Get on the top shelf. If it's more valuable, it's not down here where everybody can keep putting their hands on it. If it is of high quality, we put it higher up. So much so that if you want to see it, we have to climb up there and get it. And if we climb up and get it, it's because it's of high quality and it's on the high shelf. Can I tell you how you put yourself on the high shelf? I'm going to go to the comments so somebody can type this for me. Let me tell you how you put yourself on the top shelf. You ready? You read more books. Every book you read, whatever thickness of the book is, you inch a little higher. You inch a little higher. It's so important to read. It's so important to invest in your mind. It's so important. It's so important to listen to good material. You keep inching yourself to another level, to another level. Just knowledge is not power. Acted upon knowledge is power. When it's disseminated to me and I have it and I got it in my spirit and I act on it, I'm putting myself on a higher shelf. Come on now. Can somebody shout with me? Come on now. You put yourself on a higher shelf through reading. Every book you stand on is the reason you are as tall as you are. Everything you've invested in the development of what is easy for you, what you have been gifted to do. Do you have books in that area? Have you gone to seminars? Do you have a mentor? Is anybody feeding into your life? Is anybody helping you? Do you have anybody who's there to help you and guide you along the way? In the book of Hebrews, it says, and without all contradiction, the less is blessed of the better. Without all contradictions, the less is blessed of the better. I am blessed because I am less, and God finds a way to bless me to find better, and I connect with better, and better begins to train, help, lead me, show me, and the next thing you know, I'm on the top shelf. I am on the top shelf. I am not a mediocre preacher. I am not a mediocre pastor. I do not stand up and preach mediocre. I don't see mediocre in the scripture when I studied them. It's because I put myself in a position to get on toward that top shelf. You hear what I'm saying? I'm not just somebody sitting around and nobody want to hear me. Don't nobody want to hear me preach, including the people that I preach to every Sunday. That's not the kind of preacher that I am. I refuse to be that. And I didn't start tonight. I refused to be that when I started preaching. When I started preaching, it was just a matter of days before I was right down on 8th Avenue North in Birmingham, Alabama at Esonian Baptist Seminary. And now that seminary is combined with the Birmingham Baptist College Seminary, and those two are together because I didn't want to be a mediocre preacher. And they place things of high quality on the top shelf. I want to be a top shelf preacher. So I got to study. I have to read. I got to listen. When I wake up in the morning, first thing I'm going to do is talk to God. Then after I talk to God, I'm getting ready to listen to a couple of things every morning. Every morning, I'm going to listen to a couple of things. One is going to be a motivational message. a motivational message from a motivational speaker, and then I'm going to listen to the word of God. Both of those together is going to last me about an hour, 30 minutes with each one. I'm going to listen, and I'm going to start putting it in my mind that this is going to bless you. And on tomorrow, guess what I may do? I may turn around and listen to the same two things that I listened to today. And the day after that, I may listen to the same thing all over again, because I want to make sure I didn't miss something, and I want to get it in my spirit so that it can help me to develop. Do y'all hear me? And your life should be a life of top shelf. But guess what? Are you going to live that life of what I said from the beginning? Okay, let me see, can I find it? Right here. Is that going to be you? Are you going to pay the price of regret that I didn't apply myself? I didn't let things speak into my spirit. I didn't study. I didn't read. I didn't pray. And I'm in this position that I'm in right now. Or are you going to discipline yourself? And when you discipline yourself, you'll see the reward. You are of great quality. And because you are of great quality, you are top shelf. But everything I taught you tonight, there it is. That's what I talked to you about tonight. It's up to you. It's up to you. Come on now. It's up to you. All right. Listen tonight before you even jump off. Let me quickly say to you, especially if you're in Birmingham, Alabama, 8:30 in the morning, I'm a special guest on V90, 94 or 92.9, 94.9, 94.9, I believe it is V 94.9. They have a segment entitled "That's My Pastor." We'll be in conversation in the morning. If you could tune in the morning, tune in. I don't even know what we're going to be talking about. I don't know. I'm showing up. Whatever they're talking about, let's talk. Let's just talk about it. You understand? I represent the kingdom of God. I represent God side. So the only thing I have is what God really have to say. So in the morning, if you can, tune in. Members of Faith Walkers, I love every one of you. Every visitor that be on here every Thursday night, I value you. I love you. I thank you for being on here tonight. Can we get a few testimonies real quick tonight? If this word bless your life tonight, can you come on and just give some thumbs and some hearts, and then perhaps come in the bottom if something was said that bless you. If I said something tonight, let's play a little quick game. If I said something tonight, one of those statements that really bless your life, type it down in those comments real quick. Let me hear something that you taken away from here tonight. And whether I said it or not, you felt it and you got an interpretation of something that I said tonight. Go and type it in the bottom, and let's hear what bless your life. The word bless me too. That's good. Discipline or what? Regret. Discipline or regret. Are you going to discipline yourself, or are you going to live in regret? That's good. Somebody just said the first thing is what? Is up to me. All right. All right. Ms. Kunita, bless me. Bless me. All right. All right. That's it. Go on to the top shelf now. I'm telling you, things of high quality sit on the top shelf. Start with me and it ends with me. All right. See, I never said that tonight, but when you're teaching, God speaking to people, and people receiving what God is saying to them. Discipline versus regret. That's good. That looked like that was kind of hot tonight. I must discipline myself. Absolutely. I must discipline myself. Come on, y'all. We typing in the bottom. That's good there. Invest in myself. Invest in myself, because I'm getting paid based on what I invest. Do you hear what I'm saying? If there's something that you don't like, you have the ability to change it. Absolutely powerful statement. Stop sitting around. At what point you gonna stop whining? I guess you whining because you have people that just They listen to that. You need somebody in your life to tell you, come on now. It's 3 years. It's 3 years now. We got to move from that. Do you hear what I'm saying? All right. Routines and habits. Do you hear what I'm saying? I didn't say this, but now that she said that, I will say this if y'all still on and ready to receive this last when she said that. Listen at this. Uh Mike Murdoch said this. Mike Murdoch said this, and I will remember it for the rest of my life. He said, your future success is hidden in your daily routine. Your future success is hidden in your daily routine. Now, what does that mean? Ordinary people do it occasionally what extraordinary people do daily. Do you hear me? If you're going to be ordinary, you'll do it occasionally. But if you're going to be extraordinary, you're going to do it every day. Hey, Lana Brock, it starts with me. That's right, man. You have the control. You have the control. If I don't change anything, I'll be in the same place in 5 years. So the question was, if you keep doing what you've been doing for the next 5 years, where you going to end up? And if you don't like what you're seeing now, you're going to see a bigger that in 5 years. So if you don't like it, change it now. So in 5 years, I don't see that. You hear what I'm saying? Yeah. Start your day. It's either going to be peace or chaos. All right. I must discipline myself and stop with the regret. Stop with the regret. You cannot go back and unchange some things. But I can make up in my mind, because I can't unchange it. It will not keep me in chains. That's good. I cannot unchange it, but it won't keep me in chains. That's a t-shirt. All right. All right. Bless you, Boy Harris. Bless you. Bless you. All right, everybody. Thank y'all for being on here tonight. I have enjoyed giving you this word tonight. It has been absolutely fabulous. I have had a absolute ball. Every time that I'm on and get a chance to speak to you all, it is absolutely, it's just absolutely good on Thursday night. So I want to thank you for joining me tonight. Again, join me in the morning if you can. 8:30 a.m. I'll be on the radio, V94.9. With Benny Mack in the segment, That's My Pastor. So please join me. There are the ways to give right there on the screen. I ask you, as I do every Thursday night, if the word bless you, sow a seed, get some seed in the ground, so harvest for you cannot be stopped. Seed in the ground will even press through concrete if it can find a crack and produce a harvest. Get seed in the ground now. Get seed in the ground. I had breakfast earlier this morning, and there was some lady sitting right next to me. Don't know them, never seen them in my life, and will probably never see them again. Most likely, I never see them again. Went to the cash register, paid their food. They were going absolutely crazy, rejoicing over that. But what they didn't know was, I got to keep seed in the ground. I got to see that harvest. I got to keep seeing harvest. God's been good to me. And I'm not going to stop today doing what I've been doing. I am a seed sower. I am a habitual giver. I live to give. I don't give to be seen, but I will be seen giving. Y'all better hear me now. I don't give for people to see me, but if you see me, you're going to see me giving. And because you see me giving, don't complain about all the harvest that you see coming my way. It's because I have thousands and thousands and thousands. I know I have way over $100,000 worth of seeds in the ground. I done blessed people so much, I don't even know how to figure it. I know it's way over $100,000 of seed And because I got seed in the ground, I'm supposed to see harvest. All right. Go to Givelify, sow a seed. Go to PayPal, faithwalkerschurch.com, sow a seed. Go to Cash App, Faith Walkers Church, Cash App, sow a seed. If the word bless you, you can sow a seed to the pastor in all three of those areas, two of those areas, and there my Cash App is on the screen. All right. I really think, I don't know, is that my Cash App? I thought my Cash App was K. Well, whatever. There it is. You'll find me. Just give. Okay. God bless you. I love every one of you. Thank God for you. Thank you for being here tonight. And hope I didn't keep you too long, a little longer than I wanted to. Hey, Sunday morning, you need to be in the place this coming Sunday morning. I'm telling you, there is a powerful word in that place at 9 o'clock. By 10:15, 10:20 or so, we out the door. Come on in. You don't have to register, but they'll take your temperature at the door. But you don't have to register. Bring and wear your mask. Come on in and get this word that I have for Sunday morning. Already got it prepared. I'm sorry, it kind of kicked out on me. But thank you again tonight. God bless you. Love you. Walking out by faith. Have a wonderful week. Have a wonderful weekend, a safe weekend. And I hope to see you. Okay? God bless you. Walk it out by faith.